Hey there, welcome back. And if you're new here, my name's Tish, and I am a small space container gardener here in the scorching desert of Phoenix, Arizona, where, believe it or not, you can grow pretty much all year long in the desert. And summertime is definitely more challenging, and my garden definitely looks a little sparse. But I'm going to show you what's going on right now in the garden. There's a couple things I'm pretty excited about. And then I am going to go ahead and up pot the seedlings that I started indoors in preparation for fall and monsoon planting. So here we go. All right, so this is my spaghetti squash, you guys. It is looking beautiful. We've got some flower buds coming in, so I'm pretty excited about that. I have two in there, and I may pull one due to space, but we'll see how it goes. Couple of sunflowers going on, and my bean plant, if you can see it down there, is doing really well. So it will climb right up those sunflowers. Over here, this baby's going to be harvested this weekend. So I've cut off the water supply. The tendril actually has dried up and fallen off, and as you can see, the stem is just starting to turn, not super brown, but you can tell it's starting to go. So I'm excited about that. My very first watermelon. So I'm hoping that it's ripe and that it's amazing. Lufa is doing amazing. Just really super full. So as the weather cools, like I said, I'm hoping to see flowers. Itoy onions are coming in nicely. Little specks of green popping up everywhere. But this, you guys, is what I'm so excited about. I've tried over and over to grow tepary beans and have been hit with thrips every time, to the point that it destroyed the plants. They've never gotten this big before. So I'm super excited to see what happens with those, and crossing my fingers that the thrips leave them alone. Okay, so I am going to be potting up all of these tomato seedlings. I've got more in here, along with some basil, two different types of basil actually, amethyst basil and I forget the other one, but it's your typical basil. But I'm going to start here with these tomatoes. Look at the size of these. This is a black Krim tomato. I'm pretty excited about that. I did have, let's see, oh yeah, one Marzano. I was hoping to plant 3 Marzanos, and as you can see, this one is like not doing anything. It just flops over. The others are doing really well. So rather than 3 Marzanos, I'm going to go ahead and plant both of these black Krim tomatoes. I've never grown them before, so I am super excited. And these are definitely the biggest, most healthy seedlings that I have going on. And so I've got some outdoor potting mix here, and this is the Kellogg brand that I absolutely love. It is not very expensive, it's organic, and I've used it for years, and it has just really worked well for me. And that did not work well, so I'm just going to scoop out. So these tomatoes, I was really hoping to get them in during monsoon season. Oh, and also my little potting table here, I'm using a nursery tray with a garbage bag over it, just to kind of make easy cleanup, you know. So we'll see how that goes. I just want to make sure my soil is not, I'm going to pour some of that out actually. All right, take this tray out. Cross my fingers that this comes out nicely. Oh my gosh, those roots. I can see those roots are starting to go all the way around this tray. Oh, I don't want to pull too hard. So I'm actually going to use a spoon to scoop these plants out, because the soil was pretty dry, and if you've ever tried to transplant a dry soiled plant, that even made sense, It's not easy. All the soil just kind of falls apart. Okay, so I'm going to hold this here. Actually, I want to take some of that soil out. Oh, look at those roots. Look amazing. All right. This poor thing, I'm just disturbing the roots so badly. I'm going to cut these 2 leaves off because the soil is going right up to the edge of these top plants. And the whole entire stem underneath is going to grow roots. And so by the time I plant this into the garden, it's going to have a really nice root system and a nice strong start. So, and I'm not adding extra nutrients right now, just potting soil. That's going to be fine for this. I'll start hardening them off next week because I'm sure there's going to be a little bit of transplant shock right now. But yeah, I'll start hardening those off next week. So they'll spend a couple hours outdoors every day and just increasing the time outside until I'm ready to plant them. And like I said, by then they should have a big, beautiful root system. All right, so I'm just filling that up to the top. I'm going to pack it down just a little bit, a little more soil there. All right. We got our first black cream tomato potted up and ready to go. So I will give that some water before I take it back inside. And I'm going to get going on the rest of these. Never grown a Cherokee purple before, or a black creme. So I've got several varieties here that I'm super excited to grow because, like I said, I've never grown them, nor have I eaten them. So I'm double excited because, one, I love tomatoes. Can't wait to try them. Can't wait to grow them. So I'm not cutting any leaves off of this one because it is a smaller plant. It'll be fine because, like I said, that stem is going to develop roots all down through that soil, and she's going to be so ready to go in the garden, hopefully. So I only have one Cherokee purple, and even though I'm only planting one of each variety in the garden, I like to plant more than one in case one doesn't make it. And this is my only Cherokee purple because the other seed did not germinate. So again, not a big deal. Depending on how these go, I may start another one as a backup, just in case that one doesn't make it once I do transplant it into the garden. All right, moving on to the Marzanos. I have 2 healthy Marzanos here. As you can see, my tallest one's here. So those Marzanos are up next. They're also going to go in the taller pots. And then I think the basil I'm going to put in like that size pot, not much bigger. But I also have some chocolate cherry tomatoes, some subarctic, and sun gold. So I should have enough of the tall, well, maybe not the tall pots, but it is what it is. I'll plant them in whatever I have available. So yeah, San Marzano next. So I always save my pots. It doesn't matter what size. Like I said, I've got tons of the small ones. I've got a handful of the taller ones, but I always save my pots because, yeah, there are fancy, fabulous, cohesive little seed starting kits. Would I love to have one? Absolutely. Do I need it? Of course not, because these are free. When you buy a plant, you get the free pot. And so I save these just for this reason, so that I can use them when I'm up potting seedlings. I have these little seed starting trays, and they are just a cheap Amazon version, and they are working just fine. Comes with a dome lid and an LED light. I've had no problem with germination for the most part. So yeah, save your pots, definitely, because around here we like to use what we have, recycle, whatever it takes. Free is good, always good. Okay, so I've got everything potted up except for the eggplant. And I think that I'm going to go ahead and plant this out in the garden right now because I'm hoping with this rain it will do well, and cooler temperatures over the next few days. Basil does love the heat, so I'm going to go ahead and put this one in the garden rather than pot it up. All right, everything is up potted, and I am so excited for fall planting. I mean, technically this is considered monsoon planting. Temperatures have been still pretty high. I'm just watering these right now. Temperatures have been pretty high still, so they should be dropping over the next couple of weeks just a little bit. So I'm hoping this is the right time, but if not, I've got backup seeds, start some more seedlings, and start it all over again, and I'm cool with that. So thanks for joining me, and happy gardening.